Hi there, it's Chad here again. A lot of people had sent me some questions as to what does a quantum soul session look like, and I had a full day of clients, so bear with me. I'm a little tired. Anyway, so I just want to talk about what a session looks like. My client just left, and I asked her if I could talk about her session and what it was like, and she said I could. So I just want to talk about some of the things that happen in a quantum healing session, because what I initially do is I work on every energy point on the body, starting from root all the way up to the top of your head. And I really can't move on until I feel like that energy point is cleared. So I started with the base energy, or the root chakra, and we moved our way up. In that energy, though, I wait to see what comes in for me, intuition-wise. And I noticed that she had some stuff going on when she was, let's just say, 4 years old. And what we did was we went back to her 4-year-old self. We quantum jumped her healing into her body, and we pushed it into her. And I remember the feeling when I looked down at my client, and she was like, "Whoa!" Like, I felt that. I felt it come in, and I felt it like almost like tickle me. And I asked her how to explain it, so I could understand it more, because I love when I do this for people. When I quantum jump different parts of themselves back into themselves, or into, their energetic field. And she said it was almost like when I was pregnant and the baby would kick. Like, it felt like there was something there, like something came inside me. And I thought that was really, really cool. Then we moved on up to the sacral, which is the energy point that connects you to the fabric of the universe, really. And we did some exercises in her sacral chakra. In that energy point, I had to heal. Her sacral chakra needed healing in her quantum field, her energy field. So we cleared her energy field of all trauma, of all holes, all tears, any energetic tears, any leaks, any of that stuff. We brought back all the pieces of her from her soul, her psyche, her energy bodies, anything that was disassociated with or lost or stolen from within her as far as her energy goes. We brought all of that back, and we healed her quantum field. It took about, 7, 8, 9 minutes, maybe a little bit longer. That was that energy point. Then we moved up to the power center, which is the solar plexus energy point. Within the solar plexus energy, there's a whole bunch of different meridians that connect to different parts of the body. In that energy point, we had to do a light retrieval. That was my intuition to do for her. I had to do a shamanic kind of journey. And what I really did was I put myself in a theta state through my drum, and I drummed away a little bit. Put myself in a theta state, and I brought back all of her light pieces that people have stolen. And when I kind of mentioned to her who had her light, at the end of the session, we recognized who it was. We didn't know who it was in the beginning of the session or while it was happening. Then at the end, it all made sense, which is fantastic. We moved up to the heart. The heart, I realized there was pieces of her heart missing from maybe past heartbreaks, or I don't know what the case may be. Pieces of her heart were in different locations, which can happen. Pieces of her heart were different people had pieces of her heart. When people break up and they say, she stole my heart, or he stole my heart, that actually is a thing. People can steal pieces of your heart. We brought all of our heart pieces back, so that was pretty magical. Then together, we cleared the heart of all of its trauma in this lifetime, cleared the thousands of years of karmic debt. We washed the heart with new love energy, and we kind of rebuilt it back to new again. So that was really, really cool. That felt amazing, really. I don't even know how to explain that, but that's really what that felt like. It was really cool. The next one, we moved up into the throat. The top three for her, the throat, the third eye, and the crown, they were all pretty easy because she's been coming to me for a while. So she's done a lot of this work before. The quantum healing sessions, I always recommend you do like a Let That Shit Go session first, or a shamanic soul retrieval first, and kind of build your energy up to a quantum healing session. You can do a quantum healing session first, but it may not be able to get through all the energy points in an hour and a half or 2.5 hours, depending on what service you book. Then we, cleared her energy field. We put her on the best timeline she said she wanted to be on in this lifetime. We cleared all of the negative contracts. So we kind of went into her field, and I had her repeat, I now will release all my negative contracts that no longer serve me. I brought in her higher self to merge with her being now, to keep her on that timeline. We released all the energy points of thousands of years of karma, all of its trauma. We decalcified the third eye, that you can actually do that in a session. We did a lot of movement. So the session was almost 2 hours long. And it, this is just me recapping it, as much as I can to kind of make sense. It is really intense. There were moments in this session where she didn't really know what she was feeling. She kind of felt like there were things like almost like crawling on her a little bit. And that was part of the, removal of some negative energies. We had to take out of this room. Take it to the place of confinement, the womb of transformation, so they can be dealt with. So a lot transpired within the last 2 hours, but I just wanted to talk about what that session looked like. It is pretty deep. When I went to Sedona 2 years ago, I had a session like the one I just gave, and I thought, you know what, one day, be careful what you ask for. One day I'm gonna do a session like this with someone. I had no idea how, because that was a really powerful session. It dealt with quantum science, quantum entanglement, shamanism, Reiki, all the modalities I wasn't really trained in yet 2 years ago. I was trained in a lot of them, but not as custom tailored now. So, in that session, it changed my life. It really, really did. So I'm honored that I get to actually do this now, and I'm fully, capable of doing it. And I'm great that people trusted me to do this, work, because, we as light healers, it's our time now to stand up. It's our time to help, human consciousness evolve to a different, plane. And, I was just talking to Lisa the other day, who owns BFit here, that there is, well, actually, that was today I was talking to her, that there is no lower energies and higher energies. Either you're lower energy or high, there's no in between anymore. So you're either up here or you're down here. So the middle part's getting really kind of thin is what I'm getting at. The session I had with my client today, I did hook her up to the Healy. So she had all these frequencies going into her field while I'm working on her. I had her hold both my Tesla coils. There's another coil here somewhere. Sorry, there's no sheets in my bed. I'm washing them now, so they're just open. These, they're just there. So I just want to come on here and just say what the session is like, what happens to you, what happens to your body. She's going to go through a 21 to 30 day download. Her session didn't end today. It ends in like a week. But then she has a lot of integration work to do to help her move through some of the crap that she left here in the room today. So it was quite powerful, some of the things that we did, especially when we quantum jumped some of her, aspects of her healing into her body. That was magical. Doing the light retrieval was really cool. I go based off of whatever that energy point needs at the time in session. That's what I work on. So for example, our chakras, or energy points, kind of look like tornadoes when they come out. The top layer of the chakra is the stuckness part. The I am not worthy, I'm not good enough, I am this, I'm that, I'm too skinny, I'm too fat, I'm holding on to shame, there's all this guilt, there's all this fear. That's in the first layer of the chakra, the first part of the tornado, if you want to call it that. Underneath that part, then you have the I am what I am, which is the essence of who you are. So all I'm really trying to do is help you. I don't really do the work here, you do the work. I help my clients bring out their essence of their true form into the part of the chakra that says I'm not good enough, or I have wants and I have needs and they're not being answered. I clear that part out by pushing their true essence in. That's really what a quantum healing session is like. in a short, abridged version that may or may not make sense. It's really hard to kind of explain. It's something you kind of have to experience, really. But I just want to, come on here and talk about that, and hopefully this will answer some questions, or maybe it might make you more confused. I don't know. But if you need to ask more questions, feel free to pop up on my Facebook Messenger and leave me a message, or however you message me. Some people have been messaging me on TikTok. That's fine too. You can always check out my website for more descriptive, information about what it is on all the sessions I do. Have a great evening. Take care of yourselves. Many blessings. Have a good night.